My old friend, this little Galaxie-2000 is owned by Bakerman, and me and this box have been through a lot together. As you can see here, first time I worked on this was back in 2011. It comes back yearly for a checkup. It's a running joke between me and Tom, but this is a special little amp to me and him. This amplifier, just because of the color paint scheme, makes it a very limited edition thing. But 2011, came back in 2012, and as you can see, it was just back here last year in 2013. And let's see, what is today? 10-23-13. It had to come back again. It had some other little problems that had come up with it, power plug and power switch and some other things, but once again I brought it back from the grave. I love this box. This is the first steel tube box I ever really got to play with and help modify and work on a little bit. Now I'm building these, but it's got 6 4CX 250Bs or 250Rs in it. Of course it's blowed. This thing is in immaculate shape. The case, the armor that goes on the outside, the tin's beautiful. The paint on it is absolutely beautiful. But let's fire this up. Now it takes a few minutes because it's got a pretty simple logic circuit that's on the bottom of it that it goes through, and it checks the high voltage, and it checks the filament current and the draw, and it's a true physical soft start. It grabs up multiple taps off the output, the high volt transformer, but when you fire this up, it takes a few minutes. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this started. Let's make sure we got our meters all set up right. So we're going to start out in 1X. It's a 1,000 watt slug, 5 watt slug going in reverse, and we're talking into the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load. Now, everything about this box will kill you in a New York second. The plate bolts. This is not, oh, it bit me and I got to live. This is, hey, I got shocked by this and now I'm in heaven talking to, St. Peter himself at the gate. So if you can tell, I got my wedding ring off. Not that I can hide it. The watch is off. No metal on these hands. And there's just a lot of different little tricks. And I strongly suggest to all those wannabe builders out there and the guys that are newcomers and coming up, steer clear of this stuff till you're absolutely ready to almost die if you're going to work on something. Because you screw up here, there's no coming back. Our ready light has come on. I'm going to grab our high voltage probe, which is hooked into our Fluke 73. I'm going to reach in, and it's a 10-to-1 reduction probe. So it reduces the voltage, so it's reading at a 1.9545 volts or whatever. In reality, that's 1,955 volts at the end of this probe lead. Don't sneeze, you'll die. So disconnect this and take this off the top of the box. Shut it off, move it out of the way. The reason I demonstrate that is because of the wattage performance. Everybody falls over in laughter when Tom tells them how much this thing actually does. It's a transmitting little box. When you hear that clack noise, that means I've stepped on a foot pedal. It's now going to transmit mode. The auto detect circuit on this works, but come on, you ain't a real man unless you step on a pedal. So now I'm going to come off the key. We've got to get down in here and somehow not electrocute ourselves. And this is how much we're going to put into it for drive. 1,000 watt slug. About 15 watts. And the reason we put so little amount of drive into it is these tubes are hyper reactive. It does not take much. You swing much more than that into this, if it didn't have an input drive pad, you'd blow the tubes up. This is what made 250Bs so popular back when. I mean, they were in everything from F-15 avionics to, just everything. The tube will operate in any orientation, upright, on its side, doesn't matter. Okay, 15 watts of input drive. We're going to key this. Okay. Here's our drive knob. We have it at 2. Turn that to 5. And we keep smacking that in the corner. Because this thing seriously puts out the watts. Now we're going to go to 2x. Now this is reading 2,000 watts. Full deflection over here is 2K. Hello. So now we're going to go to 5x. 5x. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. It's about 2,300 to about 2,400 watts. Now the tricky part was getting this meter on the front to read right. And I had to completely rewrite Glen's circuit on how he did this to get this to read up with the bird here in the background. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. For those of you that are going to look at this on a big screen monitor and not on your phone, the reason I'm shooting at this angle is I actually have the camera focused in the foreground, or in the background, not in the foreground. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. I'm not the guy that sets anything up to lie to anybody. There's no point in it. If you get down in here real close, you see the mid, the run, the idle, and the max are actually scraped in there with a pen just to help my buddy Tom operate this thing. If you key too low, you'll have a thing happen called filament vibration. If he keys down below about 250 watts, when he modulates, he has to worry about the filaments inside the tube flexing slightly, and it can cause the amp to short. So you have to have a minimum dead key level. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Now the box is starting to warm up. You'll see it's reading a true 2500 now. Hello, audio. Also represented up front. Hello, audio. Tom, she's back 100%, buddy. You know, out of all the different stuff I've worked on over the years, this is literally within the top 5 things. This is one of my favorite friends. Appreciate you sending it back over here to me, buddy. I'll get it all loaded up on our little private chaos transportation vehicle and sent back home to you. Bump bump from the biggest mud duck in Idaho, dropping them all on the bowl. Be a baker man. Got down. I see you. Bump bump.